Hi everyone, it's Betsy with Easy Peasy. Just wanted to give you guys a short video today about what I do with my children's artwork. As a former teacher of kindergarten and first grade, I thought for sure when my kids would bring artwork home, I would put it directly in file 13, which is the trash, which sounds so heartless. But I just knew that it just collects, and I don't like junk, I don't like clutter. The other thing is that my mom recently, bless her heart, gave me all of my stuff from my elementary years, with awards and report cards and drawings and all this great stuff that I know was so important at the time to her. But as an adult receiving it, you're like, well, what am I going to do with this? I'm going to look through it once and then I'm going to throw it away. And as I talk to more and more of my friends that are my age, their parents have handed this stuff on to them, they said the same thing. They said, I don't want it now. Like, what am I going to do with it? You know, it's going to go in a box and go in the attic or go in a closet for another 10 years. And then eventually someone is going to throw it out. So I just thought, I'm not going to save it, you know, like, it's fine. And then when my kids came home with artwork, I was like, I cannot just throw this away. Are you kidding me? It's awesome. And I understand 100% where my mom and where all moms are coming from and dads when they want to save everything, because it's precious and you're proud of them and it's cute. And they, you know, my daughter's starting to write a little sentence and draw a picture of her with her little twin sisters. I'm like, are you kidding? How could I just throw this away? So I thought of some creative ways to keep this as memories, but to not have a ton of clutter in your house. So I'm going to give you some of those ideas, just depending on, you know, what you like. And of course, if you want to keep it in a file box, if you want to keep it in a keepsake box for later so you can physically pull it out and feel it later, go for it. I mean, that is totally up to you. Personally, I don't have storage to store things, and I now have 5 kids. So I'm like, this is a lot to keep up with. So these are some of the things I do that allow me to treasure it in the moment and even maybe treasure it later, but to not have clutter around my house as much. So physically, when they come home with their stuff, I allow them, they come home with all of their artwork from their little preschool on Fridays. So we go through all of it together and they get to show it to me, and then they pick 2 things out of what they brought home. Right now I have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So they each pick 2 things that they want to display. And I have a little clothesline in the kitchen that they can hang them on. You could do the fridge, you could do a clothesline in there, or a pin board, a bulletin board in their bedroom, in a playroom, wherever you want to display it. They choose their 2 favorite things, which often surprise you because you're like, really? That's what you think is what you want to display? But that's their choice. And I choose 1 thing of each of theirs, and we display it for the week. And then when the next things come home, we usually take that down. Sometimes it'll stay up 2 weeks, just depending if there's room on the line. There's a couple weeks. And then I throw it away when they are in bed at night. And then I say, well, we had to make room for the next stuff. And sometimes they're sad, but they kind of get used to the process of doing that. They get to display it, they get to show it off, and then we move on. I do keep track of things though, so that's one way to physically display it. I actually take a few things, probably like 1 thing a week, maybe less, and scan it, and I put it in our yearly photo album. So I do a photo book on Shutterfly, and I take pictures I take the scanned pictures of the artwork, and I have like a page in the yearly 2022 book that I upload those artworks with my daughters, and I'll have a page that's my son's for 2022 that is his artwork from the year. So I kind of look at a collection of, you know, different things they've done, and it may be more, and maybe they each get 2 pages when they get older, or, you know, add in things like a picture of their awards for, you know, perfect attendance or whatever, that I don't really want to keep physical copies of, but I do want to have that memory and have some proof of it to look back on later. So right now what we've done is I digitize it and put it just in with the regular photo album for the year. If you digitize it, the other option is you could, if you have a lot and you really love your kids' artwork, you could make a book of their artwork for the year. I mean, now when they have sales on those, it's not expensive at all. You can do a little, you know, 8x8 book or 8x10 book and have a book of their artwork, if that's something that you want to keep track of but don't want to have everything out in your house, and where do you put it? Or put it in a box in the attic and then you never look at it again. Another thing you can do to digitize it and to keep the memories of it is to post it on social media. So put an album of your kids' artwork on Facebook, and you're going to see those memories come up year after year. Take a picture with your child holding it also, which is really cute too, because you can see, you know, your kid when they're 5 and they're drawing at the same time, and it even adds a little bit more to that. So those are the ways of digitizing it. And actually physically the copies, if you don't want to just throw them away right away, some options are to use them to decoupage a box, a keepsake box, where you put other important little things for them, or they get to put what they want. You know, my daughter is in the collecting phase, so she's always got a box with her little things in it. She's collecting this and she's collecting that. So decoupage a box, you know, with Mod Podge over it with the artwork. You can save them to use to cut and make, you know, hearts, make into Valentines for people. You can mail them to friends and family that live far away or even in town, because mailing with little kids is always a fun activity, sending something in the mail. But grandparents and family and friends elsewhere would love to get those little pieces of artwork that you probably have 1,000 of at your house right now. So those are some options. Another digital option that I really like is to use a digital picture frame. This would be a great gift for grandparents or for godparents, and have that scrolling, or even have it in your kid's room or in your living room, a digital picture frame, and have their artwork. And you can always just add more, so that, you know, you scan them in as pictures, you put in the digital file, and it's showing that continually, so you can see, they can see their artwork displayed, but it's not, you know, cluttering up your house, so to speak. So those are some options. I'm going to list them down below in the description of the video. Comment if you have other great ideas that you do with your kids' artwork. I'm sure there's a lot other options that I did not list. I just want to give you guys some ideas. If we're starting the school year and you're getting a lot of cute things coming home, don't know what to do with them, there are some ideas. So let me know what you do with your kids' artwork, and have a great day. Bye.